Guys, take a look at this.
I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Have you been noticing lately that movies have been getting more stupid and woke by the year? Well, it's because Hollywood right now is full of delusional people who live in their own celebrity elite bubble, and as a result, they are completely oblivious about what the majority of the consumers of their movies actually want to see in a movie. New movies are failing here and there, and Hollywood is the problem. But first, before we continue, if you like this channel and you like the things that we talk about and you want to show your support, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the videos, drop a comment, follow us on Instagram. These things mean a lot to the channel. They help our videos to get to more people, newer people that will subscribe to the channel. And now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's continue the video.
Not one, not two, not three, not even four, but 5 strong, independent women who don't need no man. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 super diverse, strong, independent women who don't need no man, kicking men through windows, body slamming them, doing karate chops to their carotid arteries. What else could you possibly want? This movie is Hollywood, like, it's not personified, but it is like the perfect. This is the movie Hollywood says you want.
Jeremy from the Quartering here is talking about the total failure of a new trash movie that Hollywood just tried to ram into our throats. An all-female, ultra-progressive, female empowerment, female kicking asses, female kicking men's asses movie that Hollywood claims helps dismantle the patriarchy. For those of you who don't know, feminists have been obsessed with what they call the tyrannical patriarchy for a long time now.
In simple terms, patriarchy could be defined as a social system that upholds the idea that men are superior to women.
Almost every enterprise in the West is like that. Because I keep wondering, well, where the hell is this patriarchal tyranny? Like, is it massage therapists? Is it nurses? Like, most nurses are female. If you get females organized into a hierarchy, which you do in nursing, is that all of a sudden, is that part of the patriarchal tyranny? Or is it the fact that now all those people are women? Does that mean it's no longer, well, it's still a hierarchy? Is it no longer a tyranny? Is it no longer patriarchal? Like, is it patriarchal only because there's men in it, or is it patriarchal because it's a hierarchy? All of this stuff is so incoherent that it just, all you have to do is think about it, and that hasn't been done to any great degree, and it just dissolves in your hands. Yes.
They say that the system that runs the world has been a tyrannical patriarchy where men own all the good stuff and all the power, while women don't own anything, don't have any kind of power, and are under the control of men. Of course, this is a completely bogus claim because men and women are not the same. We have different things that we are interested in.
So, for example, this is especially true at the extremes. So, for example, on average, men are more interested in things and women are more interested in people. And that's actually the biggest difference we know of psychologically between men and women. And even though men and women are quite similar, all things considered, the extremes make a difference. So you imagine that in order to become an engineer, look, obviously not everyone becomes an engineer. You have to have a particular temperamental proclivity to become an engineer. You have to be extraordinarily interested in things rather than people. Well, most of those people are men. And if you want to become a nurse, well, then you have to be much more interested in people than you are in things. And most of those people are women. And so you get differences in occupational choice that are also, by the way, quite great.
Men are interested in things. Women, on the other hand, without all the politics that we see today, are interested in people. When you listen to feminists say that men have all the power in the society and women have none, they always forget to mention the other thing that comes with power, which is responsibility. Men have the power, but men also have the responsibility to build, plan, civilize, and protect society. And since the beginning of time, men have put their lives on the line to protect women. Women's survival in every society depends on the men doing what they know how to do best. That is, fighting the wars, building the infrastructures, making sure the war is as far away from the women as possible, running the infrastructures, the electricity, the water supply, the drainage systems, the plumbing systems, the refuse dumping systems. These are all fields that are completely dominated by men. Even though women are free to make their own choices, they still choose to not do these incredibly hard jobs. And these jobs are the jobs that society, including women, literally depends on for survival. One more thing, I'm not done yet.
Hadn't we better get the women and children into the boat, sir? Yes. Sir? Women and children first. Yes. Go.
You mean to tell me that a tyrannical patriarchy that is hell-bent on giving women the short end of a stick created a doctrine that literally requires women to be rescued first in case of an impending disaster, while men have to remain there to rescue the women and the children and then try to rescue themselves? If they are lucky, they will survive. But usually we all know how it ends up, that 90% of the men die and 90% of the women are rescued by the men. Modern feminists only want the power. They are not interested in taking the responsibilities that come with having that power. Feminists will always blame men for their problems. They are completely incapable of looking at the mirror to find the source of their problems. Let's go back to Jeremy's video.
Jessica Chastain, all-female, ultra-progressive, totally awesome chick spy movie where they're like dropping the people's elbow and doing corkscrew. They're launching at Dukins. They're doing all this stuff. They spent $75 million. $75 million filming this movie, which is actually like it's not actually that crazy of a budget. $75 million for the ultra progressive, not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 strong, independent, and diverse women who don't need no man. $150 million break-even point. It hit the box office, and it made $4 million. Wop, 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 wop.
These new Hollywood movies are completely ridiculous. They focus so much on the propaganda they are trying to spread to the point whereby they forget to make the movies even good enough to be watched. All they want to do is have a bunch of slim-ass women beat up a bunch of extremely arrogant and misogynistic men for like 2 hours straight in the most unrealistic way possible, and then sit back and expect men to give them a round of applause. These feminists are completely delusional. They make movies for the sole purpose of insulting men and then expect men to go and spend their own money to watch these stupid movies that don't even make sense, forcing unrealistic nonsense into movies, trying to teach us what they believe that we should be doing with our own lives. That's why all these female empowerment movies fail. The ones that don't fail are the ones that ride off the back of already existing famous movies, e.g. Captain Marvel. Despite the fact that it has been made clear by the gross failures of these feminist movies that people don't care about who is in the movie as much as they care if the story is good or not, Hollywood doubles down and continues to make these ridiculous feminist movies anyway. Your movies have to be relatable. Nobody cares about superheroes that have literally no flaws just because they are women. That's the message that these feminists are trying to send to young boys and young girls today. They are telling young women, you are strong, powerful, and you have no flaws, and it's all because you are a woman. You can literally do anything a man can do, and you can do it even better than a man can. While they are saying to young boys, you are a part of a long lineage of oppressive men who have held women down for thousands of years. You should try to be more like a woman. You should be more feminine. You should wear dresses. You should paint your lips and fingernails just to prove that you are not in line with the evil patriarchy patriarchy that is still trying to oppress women till this day. These are the ideologies that cause the increase of masculine women and feminine men in the world today, coupled with the single motherhood crisis where young boys are being raised only by the mother who will fill his head up with feminist propaganda and all the hatred that she has for the father of the child, thereby setting up the child to fail in life.
I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Alright guys, this is all I have for the video today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, follow me on Instagram, link is in the description below, and I will see you in the next one.